Okay, here we go. People, just sit back and relax. We do have to talk, and I am not kidding. What an incredible turn of events today with regard to the debt market, the 10-year yield, the dollar. Just, it's getting a little scary. Okay, the MMRI today, Mannarino Market Risk Indicator, free to everybody. Link in the description of this video. Another all-time record high since it has been put out here. So yes, post-market wrap up on this Thursday here, September 22nd, 2022. Incredible. This morning when I did my pre-market report, I explained to you that over the last several days we've seen the 10-year yield somewhat stabilize. It hasn't moved much. Well, today, right at the opening bell, bam, we had a 10 basis point jump, right out of the hole. We finished the day 15 basis points higher on the 10-year yield. The dollar continues to strengthen, firmly above 111, 111.24 last time I looked at it. Look, this is a big tell to you, to me. We continue to get warnings, as I covered this morning, from multi-billionaire investors talking about a disaster, talking about how the worst is yet to come. Look, don't take it from me anymore. Listen to these guys. Listen to the Fed chair himself, who is explaining the same thing. The economy is going to suffer moving forward. Central banks are determined to make this happen. They're squeezing people to death, and it's just not going to stop. It's going to get worse, exponentially worse here, period. But I want you to listen to this. You're going to love this part. So, Janet Yellen, I beat her up. It's not even human. I beat it up a lot. You all know that. Well, she wants you to know. Are you ready for this? Sit down and take a deep breath. Let's do this together first, because it's almost too much. Okay, so Janet Yellen says inflation will come down next year. She's sure of it, just like how we're not in a recession right now. Everything is great, and everything continues to deteriorate around us faster. She wants you to know that next year, inflation is going to drop. Now, let me ask you, when inflation does not drop, and it's not going to, who's going to hold it to account, that thing, whatever? It's yet to be defined. Okay, it's just out there. Well, nobody is going to hold her to account. You and I will. We're going to, beat her up, it up. We're going to explain to everyone what's really going on. Look, it's all part of the deception, the distractions, the propaganda. I don't know, really. It's too disgusting to me, honestly, to hear this kind of stuff, because there's no way on this earth, off the earth, that she has any idea. Actually, look, she's admitted she's been wrong. Oh, inflation is transitory. Remember all that? She kept saying that repeatedly. Oh, it's transitory. Oh, it's going to come down. Oh, don't worry about it. But now, she admitted she's been totally wrong. But now she wants you to know that next year it's going to come down. Well, anyway, that's just utterly retarded. She's retarded. Oh, it is retarded. Anyway, so people, look, I was writing down some things again. Clearly, this stability that we've had, or illusion of stability over the last several days in the debt market, has been just that, an illusion. And that illusion just got real today. Now, with today's action here, I want to clarify something I've spoken about. I have said in the past that big moves higher in the debt market yields, the 10-year yield specifically, are going to happen at one point. Now, today we had, again, from the opening bell to the close, 15 basis points. Okay, whatever. That's nothing compared to what will happen. 20, 25, 30, even 40 basis points are going to be witnessed by you and I when the debt market really starts to melt down. Now today the stock market was very volatile, all over the place, negative, positive, positive, negative. We finished, slightly negative across the board here. Okay, the market is still trying to take in what's going on here, as things just. And don't take my word for this. Things are deteriorating all around the world. And who's responsible for that? The central banks, because they run the financial system and they run the economy. But who's going to hold them to account? Nobody. Did you watch the Q&A yesterday? Don't you love it? This is what I love. Okay, no, I'm kidding here. Okay, when Jay Powell happened. Oh, you sir or ma'am, you can be next, and I'll take your question. Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking my question. I can't believe that you're acknowledging my existence. You big, lofty piece of stinking dog shit. Honestly, I just. What is wrong with this picture here? Can you let me know about it? Because I really do want to know here. Honestly. So what has happened today? The sell-off in debt has clearly resumed. Where are we going from here? Look, I don't know. I have been wrong. Okay. I have said and I believed that central banks would get in here and start buying more. Look, the ECB, the European Central Bank, has already said they're going to buy it all across the entire Eurozone. Obviously, it's not enough. The Federal Reserve, I really believed that witnessing this kind of action, they're watching the market here. I'm not talking about the stock market, okay? The stock market is like a side effect. Think of it this way. I have said to you, I don't know how many times over the years, that the stock market is a derivative of the debt market, meaning it derives value. Maybe another way to put it is the stock market is a side effect as to what's happening in the debt market here. Okay, so the S&P 500 today is 22%-ish off of its all-time high. All right, so we're back in bear market territory. Forget about bear markets here, okay? Understanding that if we are now at that moment, we're going to start to see 20, 25, 30, 40 basis point jumps per in one day with regard to the 10-year yield. Forget about with it. The stock market 22% off an all-time high. How about 80, maybe 85% off of an all-time high is where we're going to end up here. We're talking about a total meltdown. Now, the MMRI is pretty frightening. Okay, look, the MMRI measures risk. We are firmly above 250. It may even be higher than that. Look for yourself. Again, link in the description of this video. Above 300, we're damn close to that right now, is extreme risk. Extreme risk. So you better be hedged here. If you're in this market, you better be in an asset that has a built-in hedge, like a large dividend or something like that. Or you better be, buying protective puts against any long positions you might have. I mean, there's a lot of ways to protect your portfolio, at least hedge it, or maybe get out of this whole damn thing altogether. If the current environment is telling us anything, and I mean, today was really a kind of a slap across the face, at least for me, looking at the last couple of days where we were getting some kind of stabilization. There's no stabilization at all. A 15 basis point jump in the 10-year yield today with this dollar continuing to climb. And I'm talking about its relative strength. The dollar's absolute value is evaporating along with virtually every single other fiat currency. What are central banks doing, people? They're in a race to the bottom. They're killing their currencies and it's taking everyone with them, with it. The entire population of the world, even the super rich and the very well off, look, they're feeling the pinch too. There's no doubt about it. But the people who are suffering the most are obviously the middle class, and that's what it's designed to do. Okay, create slaves to the system, push people down to that lower rung of society, make people dependent on the system. You know all this already. Anyway, I want to bring this up to your attention as well. You and I have discussed forward-looking economic indicators. In other words, indicators of where the market is going to go, the economy is going to go in the future. Well, every single economic indicator, every one of them is now pointing negative, lower. But you see, you're not supposed to know that. You're supposed to be told that everything is fine. And Janet Yellen's The Creature is getting floated out to tell you that, oh, don't worry. I know things suck really hard right now. But next year, oh, it's going to be better, much better. Inflation is going to start getting better. No, it is not. And look, they cannot stop what's coming. You know this, okay? Years, over a decade, central banks have been on a mission to inflate. And they're not, I mean, since the last meltdown, they've been inflating since time immemorial. But since the last meltdown, they really took off with this whole thing here. Printing cash out of thin air, adding digits to a screen, buying everything, and they're not done. I still don't believe they're done. Okay, they're going to buy it all. They're trying to fulfill their end game to be the lender and buyer of last resort. At the same time here, exterminating an entire class of people like they're bugs. Like they're bugs. And then you got this crap being fist-fed to you. You're just forced to drink buckets of shit. They want you to believe it's real. Look, people are so stuck into hearing the propaganda, being lied to from the get-go, they just buy it. And they just sit there and do nothing about it. And that really bothers me. Let me just see if I covered everything I needed. Sell-off resumes. This flight to the dollar. Look, it's all being reflected in the MMRI, okay? The MMRI is clearly in a danger zone. I don't like the MMRI where it is. We could be days away from 300 on the MMRI, which is extreme risk. If we continue to see global bond yields rise, and what does that mean? Debt is selling off. And it's selling off in a liquid market. The market liquidity, okay, which is everything is stemming from what's happening here in the debt market. It's drying up. It's going away here. And do you think for a nanosecond, really, that's by accident? It isn't either, okay? All of this is leading up to that climax that you know is coming. The system is going to melt down, and it's going to melt down by design. And the outcry is going to be global. People are not going to know what to do with themselves. And of course, what are they going to do? What are people going to do? They're going to look to the same entities that they go, thank you, sir, for taking my question. Thank you. That same person, they're going to look to that person for help. Imagine Greg Mannarino, shock. Imagine your shock. Yeah. And we all know that's going to happen. All right, people, look, a lot of important stuff here in this video blog. Please comment. Please share it. Get it out there. Whew, I'm sweating. And I'll see all of you in the morning, all right? I'm out of here.